And welcome back. Home Track Heroes here at Evergreen Speedway. Steve Mortland and Tom Glithero with you. Final segment brought to you by Natural Factors. They're one of the largest manufacturers of nutritional products and vitamins in North America. If you're looking for a new career, Natural Factors has a job openings in Monroe, Washington. So grow your career with Natural Factors. You noticed during the break, Tom, Dario Reddick pulled off.
Yeah,
Don't know what's going on with that.
No 3 in a row there, huh?
The streak is over. But that is a good sign. I think Chad Fitzpatrick may take advantage of that, as he's got another car that was ahead of him that is off. He'll move up, but it's still Jeff Knight as we're working the halfway point of our Speedway Chevrolet Superstock or Pro late model main event. Boy, it's getting tiring now.
25 laps to go. Jeff Knight is our leader, followed by Daniel Moore, Greg Bennett, Cody Graham. Great job in the 4th spot. Chad Fitzpatrick, who dropped out of the first 50-lapper, had to start in the back. He's up in that number 5 spot, and I know he's going to look for that first win.
All right, they are back underway, courtesy of the green flag in the hand of John Peterson. Great job by our flagman as we see a car get really out of shape going into turn number 1, but that keeps him underway, and we will get a complete lap here as we are going to work lap number 27. As Tom mentioned, Jeff Knight with a really nice run. Took over the lead probably around lap 10, lap 12 over Greg Bennett, and just kind of carved his way through the field. But, man, Chad Fitzpatrick has hit a button, and look at that. Chad Fitzpatrick now up into the 2nd spot. A whole new Chad Fitzpatrick, because that car just looks like it has grown horns.
You're absolutely right. Jeff Knight feeling the pressure, because not only does he have Fitzpatrick, the young gun, right behind him, behind that, Daniel Moore, who can win races just about anywhere he goes. So you know that Knight's got one eye ahead, one eye in the mirror, listening to his spotter, what's going on. But right now, the car on the move, they're running the best laps. That's the 12C car of Chad Fitzpatrick. Chad looking for win number 1 in his late model career.
You know, we have said many times over the years, Tom, after you get your first one, the rest of them come pretty naturally. And, you know, depending on the outcome of this, I think we may see something pretty special happen tonight. None of these guys that are in the top in this race have won a pro late model main event, because Dario Reddick's won them all, and he's off the track. So somebody's going to have a new trophy.
You're right, and that top 3 car, all 3 of those cars, it's been a while since they've been to victory lane, and that makes you kind of hungry, you know. And right now you can see Fitzpatrick right up on that rear bumper of the 70 car of Jeff Knight, just letting him know he's there, hoping that Knight will go down the corner, miss a mark, and he'll have a shot at it. Not too likely that Knight's going to make that kind of mistake, though.
We are under 20 laps to go to wrap up our second 50-lap feature for the Speedway Chevrolet Pro Late Models. Chad Fitzpatrick in that 2nd spot now. Kind of got a bit of a fender underneath the 70 of Jeff Knight. And as they come out at turn number 2, great side-by-side battle. A bit of an advantage to Chad Fitzpatrick. Young man out of Everett, giving it everything he's got, and he will have a new leader here on lap number 33, Chad Fitzpatrick in the orange number 12 car.
You know, that's one of those tough things for a spotter, because it was a late entry by Fitzpatrick, and he got that fender, you know, the bumper just past the bumper of Knight, and that's one of those things where you want to say, you know, you're clear, when in fact you're really not. And the Knight spotter's credit, he pulled him back out of that. Neither one of those cars wrecked, and off they go with Fitzpatrick in the lead, followed by Knight and Daniel Bud Moore running in the 3rd spot.
Daniel Moore continuing his impressive 2020 season in that 3rd spot, as the lead now is Chad Fitzpatrick in that 12. Nice shot there of the 9 car of Cody Graham, as he has got Dawson Cox in the 7D behind him. But back up front here, as we've got 15 laps to go to wrap this thing up, Chad Fitzpatrick. And, you know, inevitably, the question's got to come up as the race winds down. We're about 10 laps away, maybe 11 laps away at this point, from Chad starting to hear things and starting to wonder what is going to happen. And maybe we'll help him out on the way. Maybe I'll shut up so he wins this thing too.
I was just thinking maybe we shouldn't say anything.
Yeah,
but when you look at the future of this division here at Evergreen Speedway, Chad Fitzpatrick, you know, a young guy, Tyson Lang, only in his 2nd year, going to go into his senior year of high school. Tanner Holm, Cody Graham, Dawson Cox, just his 3rd main event in this class.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, the talent is deep.
It's pretty
and the
impressive.
future is pretty darn bright.
It really is. And I think going to this style, I mean, I've watched hundreds of super late model races, as you have, and I'm not seeing anything. And granted, I can't hear how they sound. I can't smell how they smell. But because these cars do have unique sensations about them when they pull up. But they look everything like what we see on any given Sunday on the big networks, and I'm so happy we're doing this on CW11. 10 to go for Chad Fitzpatrick, turning the mid-17-second laps, as pretty much everyone on the course is, so it's a pretty even field. But Chad Fitzpatrick widening out just a little bit every lap.
You're right, and right now probably Fitzpatrick's spotter is starting to talk a little bit more. He wants to make sure he takes that pressure off of his driver and puts it back on. He's talking about hitting his marks. Don't do anything, dumb. Just trying to keep very, very consistent. And if you look at his lap times, they've gone from about 17.3 to 17.5. So not a big disparity in it, but that's where a good spotter right now, like I said, will try and keep that driver very, very calm, because that heart rate's going up, and he's looking in the mirror. He's trying to look at the scoreboard, see how many laps. His spotter's telling him 7 more. Just give me 7 more good ones. Hit your marks. Give us the best you got. Save the tires. We got a nice lead here right now over second place of Jeff Knight, who's under fairly good attack by Daniel Moore.
Is. And that is doing nothing but help Chad Fitzpatrick out with Jeff trying to protect that second spot. Chad can just kind of kick back, and I'm sure his spotter may be telling him what's going on in second and third place behind him. But like Tom mentioned, it's really important to keep a pretty steady head as we get back inside with Jeff Knight. As he goes around Dan Beecher in the number 74. Jeff currently in that second spot. It looks like Chad Fitzpatrick with about a 10-car length lead ahead of him now, as they're in between turns 3 and 4 coming out in front of the grandstands. But 5 to go. The sign just set, put down there by John Peterson.
You bet. And right now Fitzpatrick is going, please, lap car, out of my way. Give me the bottom. Don't cause me any drama. And that's one of the biggest fear factors for young drivers, as he knows. But there, he just put another lap on that car. He's out front, and with only 4 laps to go, maybe he has one other car he'll have to deal with in these last 3 to 4 laps.
This could be a very, very cool interview, and I have always been so impressed with Chad as far as how I don't know of anybody that works harder and then getting people to put their name on the side of his race cars. He's been that way forever, for as long as I've known him, and so impressive. And you'll get to see that coming up here, as we are going to see the white flag out. 1 more to go, the longest lap of Chad Fitzpatrick life right here, ladies and gentlemen, as he is halfway down the backstretch. I so vividly remember his first win in a Hornet, first win in a street stock, and out of turn number 4. Congratulations, it's finally happened. Happiest man in Monroe right now is Chad Fitzpatrick and that entire Fitzpatrick Racing team. One thing I was thinking about, too, that contingent of people that come to the racetrack, when we could have people in the stands that all had the 12s on, they all sat together, just went ballistic every time we'd call his name. Let's go to Kyler.
Down here with Dan Moore once again, this time a 3rd place finish, but you're back on the podium. You had to get through quite a few cars that time.
Yeah, that was a lot of work. We started 9th, and we had to work our way up, and we touched 2nd for a little while. I think we would have had a pretty good run in the grocery outlet car if it stayed green. That caution gave Chad an opportunity to get by us there, but we're really happy with the night. 2 podiums, so it's a great run for us, and in the grocery outlet of Monroe car. And I want to say congratulations to Chad on his win. He did a great job tonight.
Danny Moore comes home 3rd. Jeff Knight's 2nd podium of the year. You had to go through, there's quite a few cars out here this week. What did it take to get those 970s up there?
Honestly, it took just a shock change between the races. We were 4th in the first one, and we just made a decision to go back to a package we're real confident in. The front end of the car came alive. Wish I just had one more adjustment, and we'd have been good for the win. But yeah, congratulations to Chad on his first win. Just big shout out to Joe Platts and theplatsgroup.com and SureGuard Storage and Genesis Heating and Air Conditioning. Can't do it without them. Hashtag Save the Children at our rescue. Check it out. And great to be here. Great to get second. Big thanks to Tony and Steve and Jason and all the guys.
Jeff Knight comes home second the second race. Chad Fitzpatrick, your first pro late model win. You came with a late restart. You're able to get around and feel the top guys out of Evergreen Speedway. How did it feel?
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's been 4 years since I've won an A main, so it's been so long I didn't even know what it felt like to be up front. But oh my gosh, it was so nice to finally have a car that would turn, stop, and do whatever I wanted it to do. Yeah, I just can't believe it. Finally, 4 years.
In those last 10 laps or so, what were you feeling? What were you thinking? Were you nervous about a caution? Or was just all these scenarios going through your mind?
I'm like, please no caution. Please let's not have a caution. Then the first race I had a fuel pump break. So I'm like, okay, let's have that fuel pump hold off. Just another 10 laps. Come on, baby, just hold on.
Who do you need to thank for your first victory in Pro Late Models?
A whole bunch of people. I got Northland Contractors, Trademark, RCS, Mazda of Everett. I know I'm forgetting others. I think I said Northland Contractors already. Bardall, Powder Coated Inc., my family, my crew, just everybody that's helped on this car. Thank you very much.
Chad Fitzpatrick, very happy down here in Angel of the Winds, Victory Lane.
Well, congratulations, Chad, and everybody with the last name of Fitzpatrick. It's so well-deserved, and it was so cool to see how both second and third place, Jeff and Daniel, congratulated. They know what those guys have put into that team.
You're right, and you know, he's had wins, but this is the biggest win of his career. He will not forget this, and as you said, it may be the first of many, because the first one seems to be the toughest. You get over that hurdle. I don't know. I got the first, and then the second one was even worse, but a great job. And how fortunate are we, especially in this division, to have Darrell Reddick and people like Chad Fitzpatrick that are out front doing the job, and the veterans are going to have to step up or they're going to be in trouble.
All right, we're going to make our way out of here. Want to thank all of the people that got behind this show tonight. J2 Racing Parts, Monroe Grocery Outlet, IBEW, Budweiser, HCI Steel Buildings, Natural Factors, and Angel of the Winds Casino. And you can kind of see some of the shots as we pan away from here. All right, coming up next week on Home Track Heroes, the Figure 8 Nationals with every Figure 8 division we've got. We'll be here along with our Interstate Battery Hornets and our Youth Hornets as well. Thank you so much to CW11 for being a big part of what we're doing here at Evergreen Speedway. Thank you, Tom.
You bet.
And thanks to Curtis and Derek. And we'll see you next week here at Home Track Heroes from Evergreen Speedway.
Thanks for watching Evergreen Speedway's Home Track Heroes on CW11. Join us next week for more great racing from Evergreen Speedway.